What's up, my chaotic crew? Bentley Michaels here. Oh, birthday session, episode number 3. You folks enjoying it? Let us know. Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on Instagram. Hit us up on the website. Let us know what you're thinking about Caleb's special day. Hey, how was everybody's Thanksgiving? You feeling the pounds packing on? Have you gone back to the gym? Well, if you're going to sit around, hit up our friend Tabletop Crafter. Use the promo code Chaotic Amateurs, all caps, all one word, for 15% off your order. And UK peeps, it's free shipping. Only for the month of November, though. Gobble, gobble. Let's listen to this episode. I'm very excited because, like I've said before, I forgot everything that happened, so I'm listening just like you folks. So let's get into it, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, music.
In a vast landscape full of adventurers, you are now listening to the world of Chaotic Amateurs.
And welcome back to Chaotic Amateurs, iTunes number 1. Yep, I've been told just now we are number 1 on the iTunes chart for D&D podcast actual play, if you can believe it.
No.
Well, okay. Don't
Let him talk. You barrel through it and you tell the lie.
So I'm your temporary DM for the birthday session interlude, and to my right we've got
Bentley as Nash and Ronnie Knotts.
Rhett as Carmelo T. Muckbuckle and A.N.
DUI.
Andy.
And Milo as Baron Trilmond Valgrace.
There we go. And let's see, where did we leave off last time? You guys just got to your lodging after finding yourself in Paulville.
Seems more like a jail cell.
Yeah. And coming down the mountain, you kind of got a view of the town as the sun was setting. Enjoyed a couple drinks quickly in the smokehouse before things got real weird with the sheriff peeing in the corners. And then ushering you to where you now sleep. And I believe Baron found a secret note.
I did.
Yeah.
Which you didn't read.
I did not share.
Yeah, he is choosing not to share. He likes secrets. And I believe Nash was peeking out windows. And Bucky, you were just kind of...
I have taken to arranging the odds and ends inside this room.
Okay. And what have you found out of place and what have you put in place?
Well, the glasses, I noticed that they're all not actually the same exact size because they're not mass produced. So I've arranged them from smallest to largest.
Cute.
Also, by defects in the glass.
Just then a wolf breaks in. I'm just kidding.
And I put a fork in my pocket because it looked handy.
Is that code?
No, I put a fork in my pocket because I thought for some reason it could come in handy later for something I'm working on. And then also now I'm just arranging other stuff, just by whatever sort of organization first pops into my mind.
So I just want to put it out to the group. I think we should maybe look for something beyond just a simple murder. There could be something older and more primal or more evil that could be lurking outside of the city. And maybe questioning some of the other people in the town
All right.
might get us beyond that.
What are you thinking?
If we were to talk to the barkeep a little more, maybe
Sure.
Grease his wheels a little bit with
Let's talk about that evil, though.
Evil's not real, Trilly.
Shut
Okay?
up.
All right.
evil exists in the world.
Fired.
And truly, it can be a bad thing. In the past, there's been a lot of evil deeds and a lot of evil people.
Yeah,
could be something
no
to look
kidding.
in. And
what
this
are you
town,
specifically talking
this
about?
town could have something to do with that. And I think we need to talk to some of the other people.
What, like it's like an evil hotspot?
It could be.
I think the sheriff is working evil spells over there?
I've got a weird feeling, is all I'm going to say about it.
The town or the wolves specifically?
The town. I feel like the town has some evil goings on that we might need to investigate a little more thoroughly. Maybe even as far as the mine. We might want to go investigate the mine.
Is this just a hunch we're
I
going
know where
on
the mine
here?
is.
Because the greatest mysteries start with a hunch. I like it.
I knew you'd appreciate that.
I'm going to go look back out the window.
Okay. Give me a perception check, please.
What is it? Where did it go? I love how you're using his voice.
At this point in the day, this is my voice. We've been playing since like 11 a.m. It's 8:30, or no, almost 9 o'clock now. It is a 16.
Okay. So you heard the sheriff and all of them go over to their lodging.
Mm-hmm.
You heard the door closed. You've been kind of listening to him pointing at Bucky.
Continuously looking out the window every 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah. And you don't see anything for a while, but all of a sudden you do see, just for a brief moment, you see a flash of a shadow, if that's possible, a flash of a shadow.
I'm into it.
And why don't you guys roll perception check too?
I don't think he's tall enough to look out the window.
Oh, yeah. So everybody but Bucky.
I do.
Actually, no, I do want you to do this one.
14.
3.
All right.
He is too short.
Yeah, somehow you're too short to hear the sound of
It goes right over his head.
yeah, like the clop of some pretty big weighted feet on the wooden deck outside.
Like
Did I?
feet or
I
clop
didn't.
clop like...
Sounds like cloven hooves to
It
me.
sounds like
What-
hooves.
What did you say? Like 14?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just hear something like some sort of footfall.
And I heard 16.
You saw shadow.
Oh. So I don't hear anything then?
And
You're just watching. You're with your
Okay.
fingers in your ears. No, if you want to listen, yeah, sure, you heard that.
All right.
sounds like there's something outside, guys.
I saw a shadow.
Open the door. Let's see what's out there.
Door's locked.
You're a big, strong half-orc.
Not into it.
I can unlock the door with my thieves' tools.
Let's do it, Trilly.
I don't.
Hmm.
That's... Well, I mean, it's not bad. 8, 9?
Okay. You wiggle around your little lockpick, and you just can't quite seem... You feel like you're getting it, and just when you feel like you're getting it and expecting that satisfying click, nothing happens, and the doorknob doesn't move at all.
Time's running out.
Well, is
For
this like
what?
a mystery we need to solve right now?
Because if it's a group of wolves out there, I'm really not into fighting them.
I
right
don't
now.
want to get eaten by wolves inside here.
Do you have weapons?
Of course, don't you?
That doesn't answer my question. You know I have weapons. You can see them on my back. Do you have weapons?
Yes.
All right.
If the two people whose counsel I value most in this room want me to open the door, I will. However, I also don't
don't.
want to get... Okay. Well, that answers that.
I'm not about it. Nash is not about... He saw a thing, he heard about wolves, and he's like, I'm not battling a group of wolves. I don't know how many a group of wolves is.
Don't you have any curiosity?
What, we're gonna throw short stack
Here,
at
take him.
They rip him apart, and then we get a head count.
I'm too chewy for wolves.
Of course, I have a curiosity, but I'd rather do it in a safe environment and not when they're out on the prowl.
Can you boost me up?
He grabs him by the back of the neck, and then he puts his face up to the window.
Okay, perception.
5. I don't see anything.
Push him up to the...
I smash his face into the window a
He's
little
just like,
bit.
here, what do you see now?
don't see anything.
I walk him over to the other window that has a crack in it, and I look him out the other side.
Okay, roll again. He's like your periscope.
Yep.
16.
You see off in the distance some what appear to be glowing eyes.
I see glowing eyes. Can
I replace my face with his face. Or other way around.
Okay.
I just have like a natural detect magic sense.
Okay.
Do I detect any magic?
Read it to me.
It's a skill called Artificer's Knowledge. I have an innate understanding of how magical items work and powers they hold. I can use Detect Magic and Identify at will, and ignore all class requirements for the use of magical items.
It's pretty OP.
Again, I am very squishy and don't do anything other than this.
I'm sorry, did it say anything about telling you the school of magic or anything like that?
No, but DM's discretion.
Okay.
You
You do get
nerf
the sense
this.
that there is some sort of magic pretty much all around you.
These are not just wolves.
Yeah,
Not helpful.
not just directed where you saw glowing eyes.
Okay. There's magic all around us, guys. But you already knew that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Off in the distance, you guys hear the howl, a very eerie howl.
Did you see anything out the window?
I saw glowing eyes.
I think we need to take out these wolves.
I think you're a fool, so if you want to go out there by yourself, I'd be happy to lock the door
They're
behind
tormenting the city, and I feel like there could be gold in it for you.
you. I've already got 198 gold.
Could always have more.
It is true.
Persuasion.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go for it if you want to try. It's against wisdom, right?
15.
So roll a wisdom, I guess.
17.
All right. Let's not let our emotions get the better of us.
Okay.
Yo, if you want to go outside, feel free. I'm happy to have you pick the lock, and like I said, I'll shut it right behind you.
This is good, though. We know more than we knew several minutes ago.
Can you investigate the magic that surrounds the city a little bit more in depth?
I can roll and investigate if the DM's okay with that.
Yeah, and we'll say it's getting to be about 10, 11 p.m.
Jeez.
Get new dice.
11.
What was this roll for again?
Investigate.
The magic.
The magic.
Just like closing my eyes. And
Oh, I would do an arcana. Is that what you did?
Okay, I'll do an arcana.
Well, you use the roll,
But
but
it's the same, 11.
okay. All you can tell is that it's magic.
I'm going to open up Divine Sense, and as an action, I can open my awareness to the sense of strong evil or powerful good. And until the end of my next turn, I know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of me that is not behind total cover, and I know the type of any being whose presence I sense, but not its identity. Within the same radius, I can also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hallow spell.
Okay. So I know it doesn't say to roll, but I'm going to have you roll. And it'll... there's a reason.
Oh, because you don't want me to f*** up your game?
No, I just want to see how much you really get. Crit fail?
19!
Oh, dang. Let's see here. So...
I'm about to f*** up your game.
No. This is actually really interesting.
That's what the Muckbuckle Detection Agency does.
I just like talking in that voice and swearing. I see why Samuel Jackson does it so much.
Right?
Or like Ving Rhames like, man, these motherfuckers.
It flows like butter.
So you do get the sense of magic all around you, much like he did.
Okay.
However, the magic around you, you don't feel itself is evil, but it's almost like a tunnel, and you can see at the end of the tunnel the source of the magic itself is probably evil.
Where does the tunnel lead to?
That is too far for you to comprehend.
And
but
which way does the tunnel start and go towards?
well, the tunnel is a metaphor.
Oh, for life.
Yeah. But I will tell you that what you just opened yourself up to is you're getting like pings.
Okay.
So around you, I'd say you have like 2 pings of that
Okay.
kind of neutral magic
Yeah.
that's sourced evil. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Can you do a north, south, west on the top of that?
Yeah.
thing?
So north towards the water, south
gotcha.
is up
Okay,
the
never
mountain,
mind.
and you guys like fell out right around here.
Gotcha.
Remember, the Whispering Sea is to the north.
Good job.
Man, ain't no one paying attention to you.
I know.
Shut it, Bucky.
You see,
I'm
just
going
like
back
my
to
wife.
arranging things again. Just like I look at one of the stools near the
All
counter.
right, so I relay all that information. I say, what it seems to me that there are two. If you say wolves, you saw red eyes, whatever it is. I saw a shadow of something. There seems to be two beings outside, but they themselves do not inherently seem evil. There seems to be something possibly controlling them.
We should find out what it is.
So what are these like drone wolves?
Man, I ain't even trying to go out at 10 or 11 o'clock at night in the mid-dark to fight a bunch of crap. We don't know if there's other people outside of my senses. Other wolves, what if they got an army of necromancers?
You know, I think he's right. I think we consider tonight a victory, for we have learned some things that we did not know before.
Those things are...
There might be two beings out there that are controlled.
There are definitely two beings out there that are controlled.
Well, I'm just saying, maybe you didn't detect them all.
That's why I said two, and not many more.
I said there might be two.
There are two.
Right.
There might be more.
Right.
Get it together, Bucky.
It's just semantics. I get it. So, and they have red eyes, and one looks like a shadow, and now we have a place to start our investigation.
So what do you guys do?
Because I think tomorrow we can get up, we can talk to some more people without old booze bag dragging behind us.
Maybe we can go to the mine while it's light out and not get eaten by wolves?
Or whatever.
That'd be preferable.
Throwing you to them first. And I go to the big bed and I lay down.
All right.
I take my maul off my back. I take my my halberd off my back. I stand my halberd up behind my head. I put my maul across my chest, two-handed.
Sounds good.
I'm out.
All right. You guys?
I wait till everyone else goes to sleep, and I want to read that note that I took after everyone goes to sleep
Okay.
with the recipe.
Recipe.
I actually
It says one letter I recognize the writing of, and it has a recipe on it.
What? Let me see.
Yeah, no, it was from that desk. In that first episode.
Oh.
I haven't
nice.
read it yet.
Oh, it looked like a recipe, but it's just part of the spell. That's all.
Oh,
Yeah.
recipe
Yeah.
for the red, blue, green potions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. You figured that out. Good job. You won that puzzle.
I don't go to bed.
Sorry if that was unfulfilling.
That's fine. I wrote it down real half-heartedly. So
I carry a workshop on my back,
Right. So I've heard.
and I open it up, and it unfolds into the room, and it's got all my stuff. And I'm going to forgo a long rest for 8 hours to just tinker and craft and work on my stuff.
Okay. You do that.
I'll get my 4 hours of sleep in.
Okay. So you go into your trance and you're whittling away at who knows what. new
Yeah, I'd like
invention
to
you've
think
got.
that I'm working on some like anti-wolf spray and some extra stuff
You
for
guys,
tomorrow.
I got it.
like bear spray, but wolf spray. Maybe some other, I don't know, odds and ends that might come in
I
handy.
used my own urine.
I collected a sample from the tavern from the sheriff. I mean, that man is intimidating.
Yeah. So just as the light is creeping up high enough to kind of start making out things through the window, you hear the door on the front of the cabin you're in unlatch, and the door pops open, and Ronnie is there, ready to usher you to breakfast in the smokehouse.
I press the button, my shop folds up, and I put it back on my back.
Yep.
Did you not sleep at all last night?
What?
What, the wolves scare you?
What? No, wolves don't scare me. Anyway, here's some anti-wolf spray.
Hey, Andy, the wolf scared the little man.
Shut up.
That's funny, Andy. You can laugh.
You want to tell me how you made him?
No.
Fair enough. But I will learn.
Wake your friends. It's food time. Let's go.
Team.
I wake up.
Oh.
Perhaps giving the bar guy
Paul.
Perhaps giving him some ale or some of your liquor might loosen his lips a little.
Oh. What a good idea.
Might be something to try.
Fish around into my
Nash is still snoring.
magic bag.
Okay.
And,
I kind of nudge Nash and be like,
He
hey,
sits up,
we're moving.
ready to strike, and then... All right.
I pull out like a half gallon out of this thing. You see me like really trying to get it out of like the pocket there.
Doesn't need that much, I'd assume.
Oh.
Just a couple shots would probably do it.
Oh, I thought you meant it's like a gift. That's my bad. I wasn't sure what I was thinking.
Can't you tell these people are poor? I mean,
Little extra goes a long ways, right?
All right, so Nash is up and sort of groggy-eyed.
Okay, so you're all making your way to the smokehouse, I presume.
smoke
All
fish.
right. So it's kind of a rare morning. Quite a bit of the town is up and in the smokehouse, kind of enjoying a communal breakfast. They all turn when the door opens, and they see Ronnie, and it's kind of they start to settle back down into their food, and then the three of you enter in behind her, and then they perk back up, and they raise their glasses, kind of looking at you curiously, but to acknowledge politely that you guys are here. There are some empty seats if you want to take them, or I don't know if you want to talk to Paul. It sounds like you want to talk to Paul.
Yeah, I'll flash them all kind of like a politician smile. Like, hey, how's it going? Yeah.
Princess wave.
Good to see y'all.
I hand you the jug.
Okay. So I'll take the alcohol up to the bar.
Okay.
And do I see any glasses on the bar?
No, you just see some napkins, and that's pretty
Do I
much
see
it.
a few like just behind that I can reach over and grab?
Yeah.
So I'll grab 2 of those.
Okay.
And pull them up and wipe them out real quick.
Okay.
And call Paul, come here.
And he's over at the opposite end of the bar doing bar stuff that bar people do. And then he looks at you and he's like...
And I start pouring from this jug.
And
into
he
the
immediately
glasses.
comes over. Like, that was just the thing he needs first thing in the morning.
And I'll slide in one of the glasses.
He says, thank you, sir. Mighty fine day.
Absolutely it is. Will you have a drink with me?
Absolutely, I will. So, where do you guys come from?
We come from around. Really more interested in what's been going on around here. I have a reason to believe there's been some evil in the city.
Yuri lumbers up to the bar and asks for a double.
His name isn't Yuri.
Sorry. Nash lumbers up to the bar and asks for a double.
So I look at Paul, and I look at the glasses behind, and I grab a large glass and wipe it out real quick and pour another.
Awesome. And Paul says, that okay with you? Will that do? Awesome. Okay.
Nash gives a thumbs up.
So have you heard anything about maybe the town being a part of some unusual happenings?
Oh, no.
And I take a drink and offer.
Yeah,
him to
he
take one.
immediately slammed it when you handed it to him.
I pour another.
He takes it in hand, and before he puts it in his mouth, he says, I'm not sure I like the questions I'm getting from you. It makes me a little uneasy.
I want to tip the drink into his mouth.
Oh, okay.
And as he sets it down, I pour another.
Okay. He says that you're making him feel kind of uneasy. And
It could get a whole lot worse.
like you're saying that? Oh, okay. And he slowly starts to inch to the other side of Baron to put Baron in, like, further in between you and
But you know, things can go really well for you too here. A little good cop, bad cop going on.
Nervously, he kind of looks up at Nash and looks back at you.
Yo, what's the breakfast in this place?
Smoked fish.
That's it?
That's all we got.
All right, I'll take it.
All right. He drops the cup for a second, runs down, preps a plate of fish, pulls it up, fresh out of the smoker, slaps it on a plate, brings it over, sets it down in front of you, pulls some silverware from behind the bar, places it down.
He hands him a gold piece.
Thank you, sir. Mighty fine. And takes this gold piece and puts it in his pocket.
So I push the drink back to him,
Okay.
and I say, "Have you seen any unusual markings around?
Usual markings.
Symbols, maybe similar to this?" And I kind of flash in my ring.
You know, that does look similar to the one that that guy that got eaten by the wolf not too long ago. I think he had something like that. on him.
Thalen? Does that name ring a bell?
Could have been. He wasn't here for very long. And he's kind of looking at the drink.
And I push towards him to have another.
He emptied it already.
Oh, I
He's
fill
leaving.
it up.
Okay.
I've got like
Okay.
how many? Like a gallon.
Yeah, it's at least a half gallon.
Okay. He takes
And it is just like very distilled
100
clear alcohol.
billion proof.
Yeah.
It's ever clear.
It's like what I use to clean like wounds and like my tools and drink when I want to.
So I
Yeah,
need to
he's
get
gonna-
the information before he passes.
Yeah,
out.
he's going to regret this. And he says, I really don't know much about him. He was here for a few weeks and then started, it sounded like he was going crazy, and he went up the
Crazy
hill.
how?
Well, he started talking nonsense, really. It's really hard to describe. I've never heard anything like it, but he was talking about some sort of evil something or other up past the mine, but he wouldn't really say what it was.
Who
and
was he talking to about this?
He was just mumbling to himself. It sounded like he was talking to himself, like he had heard voices.
You think
in his
that's
head.
where the wolves come from?
From?
The mine or that area?
Well, I know the wolves. They live all around. They're kind of a
So
problem.
they don't have like a single path into the city?
Well, I
or
mean,
your town, rather.
I don't know that they care about using paths, but we have the main path that goes up to the mine, but that's about
I
it.
saw that. I just didn't know if they had like a certain tactic or anything that people had been reporting is all.
No, they haven't really bothered the locals that much, but
Did anything happen before he started like talking crazy? Is there anything happening in the town like prior to that?
Not really. I mean,
Or
there
anything
were,
that happened to him?
When he first came to town, he seemed like just a normal traveler, excited to kind of take some time off in a quiet town. That's kind of what we pride ourselves on. There's not much going on here, and we kind of like it that way.
When did you notice he started talking to himself?
When did you get here?
I've been here the whole time.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you behind the bar. I just
Well, I
sorry.
am pretty sure.
He looks over.
I kind
Kinda
of
leaning
tip
over.
his drink at
I'm
him.
really sorry about that.
Oh, okay. Go. I'm sorry. What was your question again, sir?
Nash
did
picks you up and sets you on a stool.
Thank you. Thank you, Nash. When did you start noticing that he was talking to himself?
I'd say about a week in. Like, he seemed to just enjoy the life here, and then all of a sudden he said he got a bad feeling about something going down up the past the mine.
Do you get many traveling types through here?
No, we don't, but we seem to have had quite a few recently.
What about 3 from Bravik?
From Bravik? No. I know 3 that went to Bravik, and then actually that guy, what'd you say his name was? Thalen?
Yeah.
Thalen?
Yeah, Thalen.
He hired a couple dudes from Bravik
Yeah,
to
those guys.
Yeah, I don't really know much about them. I assume they're just hired like mercenary types, because everyone around here thought he was just too loony when he would ask for us to help with whatever is going on up there.
Yo, I want
Nobody
another
wanted
plate of
to do it.
fish.
Says, okay, 1 second.
What I'm trying to get at, Paul, whether or not you know what a man of arms looks like. Did Thalen strike you as the type that could take care of himself?
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, take yours. I'm not really,
I mean, he's dead now, so clearly not.
can't be too adept, but also I'm not necessarily trained in any sort of combat, so he just looked tougher than me, is what I'll say.
Yo, I want another plate of fish.
Oh, okay, excuse me, gentlemen. And this time, because
filled
he
the
doesn't,
glass.
because he doesn't like getting taken away from his drink, he like stacks 5 fish on a plate. and hands them to you.
Cool. Nash exits the building.
Boy, your friend there, he's a lovely one. So where were we? What were you guys saying?
I'm just trying to corroborate Phelan's reputation as an experienced hunter. To be so easily killed by wolves as your local sheriff would have you think.
He looks over in the corner where he peed last night and just kind of shakes his head.
Are there any spiritual people in your town or anyone that follows a god?
Not really. I mean, we all kind of keep to ourselves about that kind of stuff. We're pretty private. The only one that I know that maybe kind of into that stuff, there's a gal by the name of Detour, and she lives up in a house on the east end of town. And, she's the only one that I would guess is any sort of spiritual. But people don't really talk to her much. She kind of sticks to herself, and she's super cranky, doesn't really come out of her house that much, except for to buy the occasional supply, and that's about it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And I pour you another drink, and I take this drink with you.
And as soon as he takes it, his head hits the bar.
Well,
Ronnie comes up and she's like, "Oh, him and Dad are really good friends. Are you guys done eating or what? What's the deal? What are we doing?"
oh, I don't eat when there's investigations to be made.
All right. So what do you guys want to investigate? How can I help you around?
Well, Nash, Trilly,
Nash left.
Trilly. Did we want to go up to the mine today?
I think going up to the mine is a good idea. I want to swing by this Detour's house.
You want to take a detour?
A detour at Detour's.
Okay.
And see what kind of things she's been sensing.
Okay.
That seems entirely reasonable to me.
So Ronnie knows just where to go. And,
All right.
And leads
So
you
I
there.
lead them east.
To the northeast end of the main road.
And we see Nash outside and be like, "Hey, come on."
You do not see Nash outside.
Uh-oh.
He has walked away. We do not see him.
Nash!
Is that something we need to revisit? Okay. So you approach a rugged cottage at the northeast end of the main road. It looks much like the other structures of the village, but a little bit colder. Not in the dark sense, but in the way that seems a little more unwelcoming than the rest. On the front step, you can see a sign that says, "No visitors, please." This obviously is the right place, considering what you heard from Paul.
And what's her name again?
Deter?
Detour.
Do we want to find out what happened to Nash before we walk in?
I just start banging on the door. Detour, it's Ronnie.
I, too, am curious what happened to Nash.
He is part of our party, and I don't feel like we would have just left him.
I definitely don't trust her as much as I trust the guy that had all of my money.
So I think before we left, we would look for Nash and let him know where we were going.
Okay.
Oh, you're not finding him.
So we're on a Nash chase now.
I
A Nash
I look at the robot and I'm just like, what did you do with our friend?
So yeah,
I thought Ronnie led you to the cabin or whatever.
If we walked outside and we didn't see Nash out there,
kind of agree with this.
yeah, we
a
would.
simple explanation would have us go to Deter's house.
Yeah, we would.
If
we
Nash
would.
is just like,
You know that Nash disappears from time to time, but always comes back and finds you.
he likes to pursue his own leads. Good
Okay.
canon explanation.
So you feel like he.
You also know that
We
because
trust
he's a wanderer, he has excellent memory for maps and geography and can always recall the layout of terrain and settlements and other features around you, so you have no problem in seeing that he will find you.
Okay, I'm fine with being.
And he's an
now.
experienced fighter. Lest us forget.
That changes things. Knowing backstory.
Okay, here we are at the door.
So somebody knocked, I think. Yeah,
Ronnie knocked.
Detour, it's me, it's Ronnie. I got a couple of guys that want to talk to you. It's totally cool.
Don't care. Not interested.
Detour, please don't make me open up the door.
It could be about an ancient evil. and I use persuasion in my voice.
I think that's like the most character thing I think I've ever seen you do. It could be about it. Like you turned
I see it. It could be about an ancient evil.
You turned into the dude from like missing. What was that show? With like the guy that came on. It's like, and then this person like from the 90s or whatever.
Oh, Unsolved Mysteries.
Unsolved Mysteries.
It could be about an ancient evil.
But anyway, I persuade with a 21.
Nice.
Damn it! I got a 19. I was sure. I was like, nope, sorry, buddy. You hear some fumbling around on the inside, and the voice audibly closer to the door, like clearly closer to the door, says, "What do you want?"
I believe that there is something going on in the town that might be related to an evil, and I've heard that you are a follower of a god.
Who told you that?
The barkeep, Paul.
That loudmouth. That's my own business.
Will you let us in?
No.
Detour, come on. Just help us out, please.
You want to know about that guy, huh?
Thalen, yes.
I'll just answer your questions if I feel like it from right here.
I think it's probably as good as you're gonna get.
So what do you know about the evil that has overtaken the city?
I don't know.
Have you not sensed anything?
No. Well, here's the deal. I have, and there is, but I don't know anything about it.
Well, we're here to try and do something about it, so if you don't want to help us, that's your own problem.
Listen, it's not bothering me as long as I stay locked up in here, so...
It'll come for you eventually, so you should help us out.
Sounds like you know a lot about it.
I would know more with your information. Persuasion.
Okay, roll it, I guess.
I don't even know if this person knows anything.
I know.
That's going to be 12.
All right.
13.
All right. So, you can hear the disgruntled tone in her voice, but listen, all I know is that Crazy Kook was right. As far as I know.
Referring to who?
That stupid guy that got killed. Yeah. I think he was right. He was stupid to go in with so few people at his side. And I really do think there's something big and evil up there.
What do you think is up in that? Is it the mine that has something?
No. The way the guy was talking, I think it's beyond the mine.
Is the entrance at the mine?
The entrance... What?
The entrance to this evil.
No, I don't think so.
How has it affected the city?
Well, it's a pretty shitty city, so that's about all I know. I don't know if it's evil or if it's just the people. Yeah. I don't know if it's the evil up there or if it's the people.
Are you an educated woman?
That's rude. What do you think just by talking to me?
Well, I'm just... is the door cracked open?
Nope.
Oh, we're talking through the door?
Yeah.
I tried to get her open.
Oh. Never mind.
Okay.
Detour, is that all you got for him? Do you want me to take him out of your hair?
Yep.
Did you kill a Theron? Or, yeah. Did
Thalen.
Thalen?
Thalen?
At that,
I have a feeling.
she cracks open the door and pokes her head out and realizes how short you are and then looks down and then puts her face in front of your face. Said, I didn't kill anybody. It's this crazy effed up town. Okay?
The town killed him?
Well,
Let's get real.
I think that the town may not be 100% innocent. I don't know if they know it.
Here's your
And then
chance.
she slams the door.
Oh, well, during that time, I noticed that she had a big chunk of sodium sitting near a big jug of water, and I'm like, you might want to move that sodium before it explodes.
Just then the whole cabin explodes.
So did you guys get what you needed or what?
I don't know what
Not
we
really.
needed.
Where do you want to go next? I can take you anywhere you want to go.
Take us to the most evil place in town.
Yeah,
What, my dad's house?
What are some other locations
Zing.
in the city? Some other places where people congregate or...
Well, there's like the docks. There's some other families that have places and whatever, but I don't know. Like I said, people just kind of work to live, you know? It's not like it's a bustling metropolis, as you saw.
So we cut to a tour montage where Ronnie takes them around town because it doesn't take long.
We get cotton candy.
Yeah.
We get an ice cream cone. Frozen fish
Bucky's
sickles.
walking around with a giant stuffed teddy bear all of a sudden for some reason. So you know that there are the Rockharts, the blacksmithing family. You know Deter now. Sammy runs the general store. Ryan Lightfoot is keeper of the docks. And remember, Ronnie's showing you all this. Leith Thanewell works the repair shop.
Thanewell. That sounds like a good name.
At some point,
You
when you're going through town, you meet back up with Nash.
oh,
Nash.
What'd you learn, Nash?
What?
Never mind.
How was your fish?
Fine. How was yours?
I didn't have any.
Same.
I'm working here.
oh,
Did you go up to the woods?
Don't worry about where I went.
Just curious.
So what are we doing here? What'd you guys learn?
Well, apparently there's an evil and some crazy witch lady thinks that, well, maybe the town killed Thalen. So maybe we should just burn the whole town down and go get our money.
So it sort of goes off of what I was talking about last night.
Evil
Evil, not necessarily.
puppet masters.
Yeah. Now you're talking.
So as we walk through the city, I want to look for any kind of markings or sigils or anything like that on any of the walls or doors or anything like that, like doors or walls or something.
okay. Roll a perception. I'm assuming since you're the only one that said it,
I'll
you're the
do
only
it
one doing
too.
24.
7. I'm curious to see like what sort of like the magical energy around town feels like in the day.
The aura.
Yeah.
So I'm
It
using
feels-
eyeballs, he's using
Yeah,
magic.
it's pretty. It feels normal. You don't get a sense of any sort of. I mean, you still have that same kind of like
Right.
not uneasiness. Like you don't feel sick about it, but you can tell that there's magic around.
So there's not like a compass that's going to point us
Right.
right to the
No.
evil.
It's more like a cloud that sits over.
Anybody say anything about the caves?
Yeah.
Baron, as you guys are cruising through town and Ronnie's saying, we're getting close to the end of the tour. Over there's the Barlows coming up to the jail. You pass the smokehouse again and you see Paul kind of leaning up outside the door, just kind of taking in the fresh air. And you notice his hands are kind of fiddling with a necklace around his neck as it were.
I walk up and I snatch the necklace out of his hand
Okay.
using sleight of hand.
Why is this guy walking up to me? Huh. I don't know. Oh, well. Bye.
It wasn't great. 8.
Okay. As you go to reach for it, like I'm imagining you just kind of trying from the side to slip in and get it. And he sees your hand and he immediately grabs it and says, "Can I help you, friend? Are you going to...
What is this necklace you're fiddling with? It's caught my eye.
It's just a necklace.
Does he show it to me?
Yeah. He's not like secretive about it, but he doesn't like the fact that you just tried to take his things.
What does it look like?
It is. It looks like what we would know as a hempen kind of woven necklace, but it's made from hadric fur, like strips of hadric, and there's a simple pendant stone on it and painted on it. It looks like an open hand with an eyeball in the middle.
Where did you get this?
Oh,
Yuri's up behind him. He's got
Nash.
his maul out.
Okay.
He's just kind of...
okay. Do you guys need to say something?
His name is Nash.
Oh, he said Yuri again, didn't he? I forgot. Yeah,
Like I care.
I didn't even
I was
think
trying
about
to
it.
be like
Yeah.
not.
You thought Ilden was a girl for half of the season last time.
That was me, I think.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, where'd you get this?
pretty much everyone's got one. I don't know why this is weird.
Where did they come from?
This gal?
Who?
Be more specific.
Get to the point.
You're kind of freaking me out. Her name's Agatha. She just makes these for everybody
What?
for free.
We're in a murder mystery with
So-
somebody named Agatha.
Zing. He goes on to tell you that she made one for one person and everybody else liked it, so she started making them for everyone, and now they kind of use it as kind of their Elks Lodge, kind of social club.
So what's your
Necklace.
lodge called?
Paulville Social Club.
You guys are really great.
Can you make a history check on
I
this
can.
symbol?
And
Oh goodness, I wasn't. I'm not prepared for this. We're going into uncharted territory. I hope you roll well, and I kind of hope you don't at the same time.
so I get double my proficiency for history checks, and my proficiency is very high for history checks.
Rapid roll.
Then don't crit fail.
31.
Okay, I'm just gonna hand you the manual.
This is all of my notes.
So, looking and kind of squinting your eyes, and you kind of give it a little rub
Oh, you don't mind this, do you?
as you like pull him down to.
It's not weird.
Yeah,
Doesn't mind.
yeah. You recall this symbol as being the symbol of Vecna. Vecna. And I'm trying to figure out how much I should actually give you. And you know Vecna to be kind of one of the top dog liches.
Lich?
I'm afraid so.
Oh, jeez. Why am I talking like Lanston?
What is it,
Holy moly, guys.
Bucky?
This is the symbol of Vecna.
Paul says, it's just a symbol. We like it. It doesn't mean anything
A
to anybody.
symbol of one of the top liches. Don't you know anything about what? And I just start going off in like gnomish as fast as possible, just like
Paul
muttering
Paul
curses.
says it only has power if you give it power. I don't believe in that stuff.
That is not how this works.
Where does this Agratha live?
Yeah, you need to tell us this right now.
Why? Now
Because
I'm starting
Nash
to
is
get
going to beat
concerned.
you with his hammer.
He's looking
It's either
real
me
intimidating.
or this. Okay, roll intimidation. I'm intimidated.
I love half orcs rolling intimidation.
18.
Okay. He kind of catches a cough in his throat, kind of seeing you smash your hand, and says, well, she lives up on the mountain.
Near the mine?
Kind of a ways past the mine. We just usually wait for her to come to town
No.
because nobody likes going that far.
You said everyone in the town has these.
Pretty much, mostly. I mean, it's mostly the guys because I don't know why. Maybe it's just a guy thing.
I'm
I'm
very
going to
con-
confiscate this for the good of the land.
No,
I'm
you're
very
not.
concerned about this, and I think we should probably take these things.
I absolutely agree.
Ronnie,
Sorry.
where's Ronnie? Is Ronnie still here?
She's just sort of standing down at the bottom of the stairs.
Can you get your dad to collect these?
Ha ha.
Ronnie.
Good one.
Ronnie, you would know that your father also wears one.
Yeah. My dad has one of those stupid things, and he loves it. I don't know why. I think it's totally lame.
They are indeed lame.
Thanks, Andy.
Was that Andy or was that Rhett?
That was Andy.
They are indeed.
Yeah, because Rhett talks like that all the time.
Okay. So what's happening?
Look, Ronnie, 4ND7, I think you guys need to round these symbols up.
What, like, from like all the guys? Is that
Do
who's
the
wearing
girls
them?
wear them too?
I don't know. I just heard somebody say all the guys.
All the people. I'm sorry.
Paul reluctantly says that it's mostly the guys, but the girls don't care. They just don't wear them. They
Paul
still
this
come to
guy?
all the social gatherings and things like that.
Yeah, I think we need to get these. I don't like symbols of evil for the top liches running around.
Can you detect magic on the amulet?
Yeah, if the DM will allow me.
Do you have that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I do.
Yeah, he did it in the...
Right, but I mean, is it like an expendable thing? Because you didn't rest, so...
Basically, the way all of my abilities work is I have just the same amount of spell slots that a level 3 wizard would have. And this is like an at-will thing. All of my other stuff expends a
So it
spell
doesn't...
slot, like,
okay,
generally.
okay. So you can just kind of...
Like, yeah, this is part of my, like... My skill with artificing is
Okay.
that I'm part of my job. Obviously, I don't want to start cutting into something that has a spell that's going to like blow me up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I have
It's kind of like almost like a perception, like a passive perception.
Right, yeah.
Just to make sure you don't die.
right, and if you want to impose limits on it, like dice rolls or things like that, I'm happy to abide by that.
I'll say that you sense that it's magical.
Okay. Can I sense now that I'm kind of familiar with this like magical marking? Can I like sense the others?
Yes. Or not necessarily that you can sense the others, but you can sense that this is that general feeling that you've been getting.
Oh.
Like you've now identified the feeling.
I've fought enough liches to know. Just kidding. I haven't, which is why this scares me.
Yo, is that the magic that I felt?
I think it might be. And this guy's saying that it only gives you, only takes power if you give it to it. I don't think so.
That's just my personal belief.
I think
Man,
your
shut
personal
up.
belief
Like-
is stupid.
Okay, well, to each their own.
Just don't talk. You live in a fish village. You're really slowing down my
He takes the
investigation.
fish from his pocket and slaps you in the face.
You're proving my point.
Does he
slaps
actually
you
do that?
again. No. But it
I was
would
going
be
to say,
fun.
Paul's about to have a real bad day. Paul's about to end up like Billy in an alleyway.
No Ren to save him.
I had a feeling you were going to slap me with a fish right there. All jokes aside, I need this amulet. I need you to call a town meeting, and I need all these amulets.
Can you give me a good reason?
Yeah, the lich is siphoning your life force, probably.
Can I assist with persuasion?
Yeah, if you guys both want to give a pitch,
What's your persuasion?
I'll let one of you assist the other.
Look, I'm a world-renowned engineer. This thing's giving you cancer. Do you want to die?
So I got a +5. I think I'll probably roll it with advantage if that's okay. If you want to assist with your cancer claim.
Sure, that's good. Let's do this. Because I have a -1 to persuasion, I think.
All right. So I tell him, there's an ancient evil here, and you guys have all been duped. It's time that you realize the evil that's been inhabiting you, and we need to call a town meeting and get all of these amulets together. And it's a 20. Non-natural.
Nash, maybe. Oh, nice. That's pretty good.
It's going to take some time. I think this is silly and a waste of time, but
Nash, show him the king's writ. We have authority from the king himself. Nash,
King who?
show him the seal.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The seal that we showed people. Nash,
Oh.
that one.
Then Nash reaches in to his inner pocket and pulls out a badge and shows him a seal
Yeah,
on a badge.
that's from the Baron of Bravik.
The Baron of Bravik?
Yep.
Deception?
Yeah. Like I said, authority. Your choice.
What'd you roll?
A 4.
But that's with the 20 persuasion.
So I'm on board with wrangling people up and all that, but I'm not buying that badge. I don't even know. Where did you get that?
I'm going to throw you in jail.
Right now, I don't think you can.
Andy, tell him.
And he
Why
does-
would I tell him anything? You do have no authority here.
Yo,
Fair enough.
hey, little man, how quick can you do this?
Give me a couple hours.
All right. Make it snappy.
Okay, how about this? 2 hours pass.
That works.
And you get everybody, almost everybody, in the smokehouse.
Okay. I grab Bucky and I put him on the counter and I go, "Yo, everyone, shut up!"
The bar goes quiet.
You're all getting cancer from those pendants around you.
What?
That's right. Hand them over to this guy, and I can give you a tonic that will cure you.
So this is really important that all of you do this right away. Of course, the cancer is terrible, but the evil that might be, presenting itself within your body is even worse. Please pass it forward. Persuasion.
Wait, hey, little guy.
Uh-huh.
It's not rock cancer, is it?
No!
What kind of cancer?
It's regular fish cancer.
Wait, what?
You get it in you, and it spreads because you eat so much fish.
You realize that's all we eat here, right?
That's why you're in so much danger.
Now everybody starts to run around in a panic, like bouncing up against each other and stuff.
Nash walks towards the door so no one can escape.
I can sell you a cure, though. Give us the pendants and whatever money you can afford, and I will cure you.
Okay. They all
magic
kind of
snake
press
tonic.
up to the bar around you.
One at a time.
And they're
form
all
an
like
orderly line.
waving their coins up.
I start taking the amulets if they put those up.
Yeah, that's happening.
Count
Okay.
them, Trilly.
Taking the amulets.
Head count, pendant count.
And I shout from across the bar, "I'll double check as they leave."
Cool. So, and then as they come up too, I hold out my rod. My rod that's also like a whip thing. And I heat it up magically.
Oh, okay.
And I like touch their foreheads with it. And I'm like, I cure you of cancer on each person.
And they weep as they leave.
And as anyone who exits, I double check their wrists, their fists, make them, blackjack dealer out.
Cool.
Lift their sleeves.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a investigation, I guess. On 10 people. No, I'm just kidding. 10 investigation checks.
Well, I got a natural 20, so.
Okay.
Oh, he finds them all.
Yeah. Nobody was being weird.
They're all
Nice.
afraid of the fish cancer.
Yeah.
Nice touch, right, Trilly?
Go team.
Just enough truth.
All right.
So
So now what?
So we gather
Now
all,
you-
everyone's alone in the bar. Like, it's just us three in the bar or whatever. And
and we've gathered all of these amulets.
and Ronnie is there and like, "So you got everybody's amulet?"
It looks that way.
Well, except for your dad's.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't here, huh?
Oh, I'm kind of sad.
Well, whatever. He can get cancer. Sorry, Ronnie.
Earmuffs.
Okay, so do we want to do something further with these pendants, or do we want to go knock on this person's
What I
door?
want to know is, should we just throw those in the fire that's blazing and then take off? Let them burn.
Should I inspect them more?
Yeah,
I mean, a
let's-
31
I don't know.
was pretty good.
I'm asking.
I mean, there's always better investigations that you can do. See if you can tell what direction the magic is coming from, or what type of magic it is. I think that would be a good idea to investigate.
All right, so I roll out Divine Sense again.
And yeah, we could check.
And since we have a big pile of all of these beacons, if you will, I'm hoping...
You suddenly get the urge to tie them together and make a super pendant.
Oh, yeah?
I'm kidding. You don't. You don't really get much more detail except that now that you know where they all come from too, but you see little almost wisps of white trails that kind of lead up the mountain.
Okay.
It's like if you were looking at a topographical
map.
My college guy over here.
You're halfway there.
You would see almost like veins.
Okay.
working their way up, but they're kind of wispy white, working up their way up the mountain.
Guys, up the mountain is where we need to go. I can sense it. I see the trail.
Does it go past the mine?
From what I can tell.
Probably to the witch's tower. You know, that person that made all these. I've just taken to calling everybody a witch.
Sure.
All right, let's destroy these because they're evil lich power.
Should I keep one in my workshop just in case?
I'll keep one as well.
Wait.
I ain't keeping nothing, and I'm throwing it in the. I'm picking up all of them, and I'm throwing them in the fire.
Oh, okay. I'll throw it away, but I'll sleight of hand keep one.
Okay, go ahead and roll it against his perception.
It's gonna be 16.
I definitely detect a magical presence in your pocket that wasn't there a minute ago.
What's that bulge?
14.
Yes,
That was close.
that was real close.
So yeah, you kind of act like you're scooting them into his hand as he's gathering them up, and then you kind of pocket one.
Okay, I'll keep it.
And Bucky, you said you're snagging one for
I was
studying
thinking of keeping
or whatever?
one in my, but I feel like I have an idea that he has one, and I'm just going to throw mine in the fire.
Do you want to roll a perception to see if you got that feeling?
No.
Okay, you don't have that feeling, so if you want to snag one for yourself,
No.
you got to pitch it.
to
the group.
Bucky wants to throw it in the fire.
Okay. And as you toss them into the fire, you hear the crackle of Hadric fur, and you get a kind of a nice smell. It's a little bit different, a little bit better smelling than the fish that you're used to smelling now at this point.
Like caramelized popcorn kind of thing.
And as the camera sits behind the three of you, standing side by side, looking straight into the fireplace, all we do is see your backs, staring at the flames, listening to the crackle, enjoying the smell, and it fades to black. And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight, for today, for this week. I forget how time works. I've been your temporary DM, Caleb, and to my right,
Bentley Michaels is Nash, and Ronnie.
Rhett as Bucky, Carmelo T. Muckbuckle, and Andy.
Milo is Trillmund.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. Grab your swords and keep on adventuring.
Follow us across all platforms with Chaotic Amateurs. Please subscribe, rate, and review our show on your podcast app of choice to help us climb the charts and find new adventurers. Or become a patron on Patreon to help our heroes continue their quest. Thank you for listening to Chaotic Amateurs.